Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Friday's meditation page. Today we're starting part one of what I call wordless praying. Wordless prayer is something that each and every one of us do, no matter what your religious background or what you believe about God or anything else. We all had wordless prayer because we all have a light of ecstatic love within us. We all have that genius point, that experience where we've had a brilliant idea. The joy and ecstasy of that brilliant idea comes from what we call wordless prayer. It is where you've automatically been thrown into a situation where you have asked for and received a wonderful creative idea or a solution to a problem or a process. Now, what do I mean by process? Well, basically, there are different categories where your genius talent falls into. Some of them are quite specific. Today we're looking at mathematics. Some people are really good at solving mathematical equations or anything to do with numbers. They are the really numbers person involved in accounting or in other mathematical procedures. What I want you to do, if you're good at mathematics, or no matter what you're good at, I want you to go back into your mind and recall an experience where you came up with a beautiful solution. No matter whether anyone else knew about the solution or not, or whether it was actually carried out, go back in your mind's eye and remember seeing and feeling that experience. When you do that, when you quieten your body down and forget about your body and go into that experience, you've actually gone into the light of your inner self, because you cannot receive such a brilliant idea without God's inner light within you. Everyone is centered, no matter whether they're atheist or what, they are centered. He or she is centered by the light of God. It is our definition of God that people have different beliefs about. But the definition of God has nothing to do with the actual experience of the inner light of self. I want you to do this because it reinforces your meditative skill. You'll get to where you'll depend upon going out alone, out in nature, with nothing more than a pad or a pencil, something of that nature to take your notes on, your impressions on, and you will come up with some most beautiful, brilliant ideas for whatever solutions or creative activities you have going. Remember the two-step meditation though. First, desire to go into your light of self. That desire should be taken out in action. Get your pad and pencil ready to go. Write down the question you intend to ask yourself when you get into meditation. Write that question down. You may use different colored pens, as you recall I did in another video. Go out into nature, somewhere where you can be alone and feel that you are alone with the inner self. Out among trees, anywhere. I'm out in my backyard right now. You don't have to go far. You can have your own place in your own house. I have a place in my house if the weather's too bad for me to get out here. Anyway, you forget about your body and go into that center of stillness, that ecstatic self, and you commune with the light of yourself. You don't beg, you don't ask, you don't pray. You simply go into the light of self. It is there. If it weren't there, you couldn't as much as move your fingers. Secondly, you want to formulate the desire. Formulate it by writing it down. Give form to your desire. Have it written down previously. Read it over and turn it into a wordless essence. And now, when you find the wordless essence, let us say that you are really good at math. Remember a time, was it visual, that you saw numbers and they more or less excited you? That is your genius talking to you, your light of genius. It communes with you wordlessly. No matter what your great talent is, it might be music or sports or whatever, go back into your mind and recall a brilliant time when you really made an instant decision to do a certain action and it all fell in place and you found your knack, your thing that is your genius. Another type of genius is a spatial type of genius where you can solve problems visually. You can see the solution to a problem. Where other people find complexity, you find simplicity. Go in and right there somewhere just before or right at the time when you receive this wonderful inner reflection, this inner solution, you have an ecstatic mentality, that brilliant, explosive mentality. Go into that. Experience it. Take the time to nurture your soul. Take your book and go out and do the two-step meditation several times. Take time to do it during the day. Take a break. It takes less than just 60 seconds or a couple of minutes to go into your ecstatic self, and you'll recharge your brain. This actually works wonders for your inner self and taking away stress. It's a wonderful experience to have, to go into that light and examine the light itself. Not just come up with a brilliant idea or a solution and then carry that solution out. That's not the objective of this video. It is to help you to experience the light where all brilliant ideas come from. Watch this video several times, please. Nurture yourself. Learn to meditate. You'll become more accepting of your life conditions. You'll become less stressful, and you'll start to take action that you never thought you'd ever take. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful weekend.